Hello all. Alright, Studio 7, another beautiful California winter's day. Fall day, I guess it would be. We've had 2 rains now. Yesterday's was quite heavy in places and very light in most. What I'm going to talk about today is how the U.S. continues to waste and fuel the military operations throughout the world, the march to World War III at any cost. The U.S. is going to upgrade their Navy ships, which some of them are quite old. They're planning on building 38 new warships. Now, if Trump was in, he was going to build 90 more. How much does 38 new warships cost? Well, you won't believe this one. They're naming the new warships General Ford. Okay, well, let's talk about Ford, the president here in the U.S. He was actually never elected president. He got the job because of Nixon stepping down. He also was the vice president that never was elected. So this man got into office without election, never did anything good in his whole time he was in office. You know, this whole class of Navy ships will be named after him. That'll be 3 new ships. Let's talk about that. The first one is the General Ford at $13 billion, but there's still room for more spending than that because they'll have overrun. This is called a super carrier. This will be probably launched sometime this year or next year. They're having trouble getting it going. Then there's the USS John F. Kennedy. That's going to be released in 2020, and after that aircraft carrier is launched, then there'll be another one that will be launched called the USS Enterprise. What a cut. I tell you, the U.S. really knows how to put these names on things, huh? These killing machines they give these dramatic names to. I hope there isn't too much wind noise because it is windy. The clouds are still kind of puffing around, but it is warm and enjoyable. They're also planning on buying 10 destroyer, brand new ones, and the U.S. Navy's goal is to have 308 new warships by 2021, quickly running out of battery power. So unfortunately, there's some more bad news on this front. It looks pretty pathetic. Apparently, according to DEFCON Watch, which is a watchdog organization that watches where DEFCONs are put in different countries. 5 is the least, 1 is the closest. What am I talking about? Nuclear war. The U.S. has had a DEFCON 5 since 2011. At that time it went to DEFCON 3 and then back. But supposedly, according to what DEFCON Watch is saying, the DEFCON Watch has been slipped to 3 and is possibly going to 2. Remember, 1 is nuclear war. So, and apparently Russia also has a DEFCON and they're at 2. Putin has now canceled all his appointments around the world and is flying back. And there are announcements on Russia television and other radio and other outlets telling people to get ready and know where their fallout shelters are, their bomb shelters, and to get their gas masks in operation. Here in the U.S., we have no bomb shelters, no gas masks. We have nothing. Our government doesn't, we have no defense against an attack. None. Mushy, why aren't people out in the streets by the billions? Wasteful spending. And this list is 1,000 feet long. Helicopter gears worth $500 each on the civilian market. The military spends $8,000 each on them. The military also spent $2.7 billion on one surveillance blimp that doesn't work. Afghan reconstruction. Now there's an oxymoron. The war in Afghanistan is still raging, and yet we're rebuilding Afghanistan. Okay, well anyway, so the spending of reconstruction in Afghanistan is $17 billion before the war is even over. Do you understand what that means? That it will get all destroyed and have to be rebuilt again. Talk about the military-industrial complex. Unbelievable. Why is all this being allowed? Well, it's because the Pentagon has no audit. They don't know anything. They don't know how many contractors they employ. They don't know how many weapon systems they have or where they all are. They've spent over $6 billion on trying to fix the audit problem with no results. No results. What would happen to any of us if we worked in a company and spent $6 billion without any results at all? Guys, everyone here on this channel knows damn well that either party, Democrat or Republican, are going to go with this kind of stuff. They are going to spend over half of our discretionary spending going to go for the military, when you include the veterans spending. This is insanity of beyond belief. We have an alternative choice, and it is a she, and it isn't Hillary Clinton. It's Jill Stein. We have to think about the future, guys. We really do. Our planet can't take this. This is the last election we're going to get away with hiring somebody, let's say a Green Party person, to start the ball rolling on converting over to renewable resources and becoming a one-type society. She wants to stop wars. She has so much. She has so many goals. I have a video down below on Jill Stein, her last interview with C-SPAN. So you know there's no slant to this. As you know, I try to get reputable, real, and honest and scientific videos for you guys, not hearsay garbage that we're fed about somebody, two corporatists running for the same thing, debating each other, and just down there in the below the sewer level. These two belong down there in the cesspool, this Donald Trump and this Hillary Clinton. I can't believe either one of them. This country, that's the best that we have? What's wrong with Jill Stein? She is the best we've ever had. Look at this video. Are we headed for the cliff, the Democrat and Republican cliff? Or are we mostly not going to vote at all? Or are we going to vote for Jill Stein if we are voting? You know, I'm partisan here. I'm not a Democrat and I'm not a Republican. And I couldn't care less about those two parties, as you know. I am an alternative. I got out of the box in the 60s and I have been out of the box ever since. I have no plans on going back into that box, ever. I don't care how many Pokemon programs you come out with. I'm not going there. Alright guys, I appreciate all the ups and the downs and the new subscribers, and don't forget to go look at my last two videos to find out about these things in the background, the red eye. So, until next time,